Hello and welcome to another episode of the Drive-In Midnight Special. Do you like movies that deal with men in loincloths that fight dinosaurs, and also rip-offs of stormtroopers from Star Wars? Well, then tonight I have a film for you. Tonight's film is The Hunter from the Future. A film that when it came out, not many people knew what the hell they were watching. So, you're The Hunter from the Future. I've actually discussed this film before. I discussed it on a friend's channel before. I'd say my relationship for this film is kind of, well, I'd say complex. Well, because when I first watched it, I thought, I don't like this movie. I'm bored out of my mind. But in all honesty, after a second time viewing, I actually kind of think this film is rather exciting. Sure, it can be kind of like, what the heck were you watching right now? But in honesty, the film is rather fun. Basically the whole gist, the plot of the film of The Hunter from the Future, it deals basically if I could describe in an easy way, I'd say basically a hunter-gatherer meets a group of other people, and he is having to save their butts a bunch of times, and is also revealed to be a superior hunter and sort of the prince of a new society that needs to be rebuilt because of society has decayed, fallen apart, and gone back to the ways of the dinosaurs and all that. Oh, and there's also a bit of a warlord who is sort of like the Emperor from Star Wars, because of why not? Yeah, that sounds more complex than I thought, but in all honesty, it's kind of simple, but at the same time, it's just, at times, weird. But one thing I will give it, the film, is that the acting and the effects are rather enjoyable. Especially with the practical effects when they used to make the dinosaurs. And especially, I'd say there's a moment for this film which has the greatest introduction for the hero. Because you see great introductions for heroes all the times, where the hero is going to save the day, but this moment, it just brings smiles to my face. That just brought smiles to my face, man. Yeah, and yeah, as you can see, I probably enjoyed this film. I can see, like, one of my, like, that the actors seem to be having a lot of fun. But I will say that it seems like when mostly the female characters, whenever they get interested in the Yor, they feel like say, "No, I must go with Yor. I must go with Yor." And I guess it makes sense because this is the first time they've seen this man, and they're just feeling like say, he seems to be on top of the food chain and is also gonna be that alpha dog. And he kind of is, because it seems like every female in the film is, whether it is falling in love with him or like, you've saved my village, you've saved our community, here, take my daughter. Yes, that happens a lot. And at times the film can feel like it's a bit of a Conan film, especially with, at times, it's a bit of violence. But it's not gratuitous violence, like, say you're seeing, like, humans getting decapitated or anything like that. It's mostly just swords and flames and all that. Or axes and flames. One of the things that I kept on thinking, like, when I was watching this movie, is just, I like the costuming for this movie. I really do. I think it's really fun, even though it's just at times loincloths and all that, or loincloth bras. But I guess say sometimes, like, say there are some men like it's like a rival tribe. They just have these gigantic beards, like making it look like they look like, say, the other side to the Eloys in the Time Machine film, and also book. But science fiction fans, you should probably know what I'm talking about. The beards on these characters are just amazing, and they're going like there are some very overtime moments. But in all honesty, these films can be quite fun. And I gotta say, at times, I guess, I thought that the lead actor, I thought they say, either before or after, they say, this film probably made a lot of guys or women, like, there's probably some women who probably say, oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger, from watching Conan. I bet there's, like, some guy or girl out there who probably has seen Yor a few times and thought, Yor? Probably have no idea. One of the moments where I feel like, say, okay, this definitely feels like it's a bit of ripping off Star Wars is... okay, guys, I think we need to cut. This is getting a bit too close to Star Wars. We already have him crossing the rope, and oh my goodness, we have our soldiers shooting at him and missing, just like in Star Wars. Guys, I think we're gonna get too much criticism, or George Lucas is gonna bring the hammer on us. I'm the crazy one? I think I'm the crazy one. Okay, I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Yeah, like, like the stormtroopers and also, like, group of characters running away from military soldiers and all. One thing that I would give the film credit, and I'm thankful at times for, is that the film is not super long, because at times some films you're wanting to think, like, come on, go faster, I don't want to watch anymore. But this film can at times just go, okay, we're giving you action, we're gonna give you exposition. Suddenly, we're gonna give you more action. So it's, at times, the film is rather balanced. So that's rather good. And one thing I would say that the film probably, I'm still amazed at, is that the film has its own, Yor has his own, like, battle cry, and it's just like, Yor, or something like that. It says, Yor, like an angelic choir, just singing his name. But I probably will say that the film, if you have not seen the film, you're probably gonna be thinking, like, what is going on, or what is, like, you're probably be thinking, like, oh, this film is weird. This film has a lot of craziness. But in actuality, I'm gonna actually recommend it. So as you can see, Yor is a bit of a complex film, not only trying to capitalize off of Star Wars and Star Trek, and that's as far as I'll go on that. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Most of the films you've seen that I will be reviewing are films you can watch for free, on home video, online, or heck, you can even order on DVD, or any format or your even preferred format, such as VHS or Laserdisc. But that's all we got for tonight. Don't forget to keep that popcorn popping, your drinks ice cold, and I'll see you at the drive-in.